Have you ever let a single comment, a rude glance, or an unexpected inconvenience ruin your entire day? Maybe it was an insult, an unfair judgment, or just someone cutting you off in traffic. In that moment, frustration takes over, your peace gone in an instant. But ask yourself, was it really them who stole your peace, or did you give it away? No one can control your emotions unless you allow it. True strength isn't about avoiding conflict or suppressing feelings. It's about mastering your reactions. Imagine walking through life with an unshakable calm, where no insult, no criticism, and no petty annoyance could disturb your inner peace. That's not indifference. That's power. In this episode, we're diving into 10 transformative Stoic lessons that will help you break free from emotional chains, silence the noise of negativity, and reclaim control over your mind. These aren't just theories. They're practical tools you can apply right now to navigate life with clarity, resilience, and confidence. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stay calm, composed, and untouchable, no matter what life throws at you. Are you ready to take back your peace? Let's begin. 1. Master your reactions. Take back your power. Why did they ruin your day? They didn't. You did. Your emotions are yours alone. No one has the power to control how you feel unless you give it to them. The world will throw challenges at you, but only you decide how to respond. Imagine wearing noise-cancelling headphones in a busy city. The honking cars, the loud voices, they're still there, but they don't reach you. Mastering your reactions works the same way. You don't have to let the noise of other people's behavior invade your peace. Viktor Frankl captured this wisdom perfectly. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. When someone cuts you off in traffic or criticizes your work, it's easy to react with anger. But what if instead you paused? In that pause you find power, the power to choose calm over chaos, strength over impulsiveness. Consider this. A co-worker dismisses your idea in a meeting. You could snap back, or you could pause and reflect. Is this about me, or is this their own stress or insecurity showing? By reframing the situation, you neutralize its impact on your emotions. This isn't about suppressing how you feel. It's about recognizing that your emotions and your reactions are separate. Anger, frustration, disappointment, they are natural. But they don't have to dictate your next move. The next time you feel triggered, pause and ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Because the moment you take control of your response, you take back control of your life. 2. Choose your response. In every situation, you face a choice. React impulsively or respond with intention. The difference? One leaves you at the mercy of others. The other puts you in control. Imagine walking through life untouched by rude strangers, careless remarks, or petty inconveniences. Not because these things don't happen, but because they no longer control you. When you master your reactions, you take back your power. You always show up for people, yet when you need them, they're absent. You treat others with kindness, yet they don't always return it. It feels unfair. But here's a hard truth. People don't live by your values. They live by their own. Expecting others to think, behave, or respond like you's like trying to control the weather. It's impossible, and it only leads to suffering. Each person walks their own path, shaped by their beliefs, experiences, and priorities. When someone disappoints or frustrates you, it's rarely about you. It's about them. Trying to change or control their behavior will only drain your energy. Instead of resisting reality, accept it. The next time someone pushes your buttons, pause. Their behavior doesn't define you, your response does. Instead of reacting with anger, choose calm. Instead of letting frustration take over, choose clarity. In that choice lies not just emotional mastery, but true freedom. Here's an example. A co-worker constantly interrupts you in meetings. You could stew in resentment, or you could recognize their habit has nothing to do with you. By releasing the expectation that they should act differently, you free yourself from unnecessary stress. As the saying goes, expectations are the root of all suffering. The less you expect others to behave a certain way, the more you protect your peace. 3. Acknowledge your assumptions. When someone upsets you, pause and ask yourself, what was I expecting from them? Frustration often arises not from their actions, but from our assumptions about how they should behave. People are who they are, not who you want them to be. The moment you stop expecting others to meet your standards, you reclaim control over your emotions. Accepting this truth doesn't mean tolerating disrespect or lowering your values. It means recognizing that your peace is too valuable to sacrifice for things beyond your control. The next time someone disappoints you, remind yourself, they are acting from their nature, not mine. And that's okay, because I choose my response. Now, consider the last time you got into an argument. Maybe it was over something trivial, like directions, or something deeper, like a disagreement with a friend. Did you feel the urge to prove you were right? We've all been there, clinging to our version of the truth, as if our identity depended on it. But ask yourself, would you rather be right, or would you rather be at peace? The need to win every argument is exhausting. It doesn't strengthen you, it drains you. Real confidence comes not from proving others wrong, but from knowing that not every battle is worth fighting. When someone challenges you, instead of reacting, pause and ask, is this worth my energy? Will proving my point actually change anything? Most of the time, the answer is no. A simple response like, I see where you're coming from, can diffuse tension instantly. A rigid mind resists, while a wise mind adapts and grows. Letting go of the need to be right isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's knowing when to engage and when to step back. The next time you're tempted to argue, pause and remind yourself, being right won't make me happy, but being calm will. And in that moment you'll feel the true power of letting go. 4th, stop letting others' words define your worth. Imagine this. You're excitedly sharing an idea, something you truly believe in, when someone interrupts with a dismissive remark. Their words cut deep, and suddenly the confidence you felt vanishes. But why? Because too often we let the opinions of others shape how we see ourselves. Here's the truth. Your worth isn't determined by someone else's judgment. It's not built on their praise, nor is it diminished by their criticism. The moment you rely on others for validation, you hand them control over your emotions. True emotional freedom comes when you take that power back. Think of a time when someone criticized your work, not constructively, but in a way that felt personal. Your instinct might have been to defend yourself or to feel disheartened. But what if, instead of reacting, you paused and reminded yourself, their words reflect their perspective, not my value. By detaching your self-worth from their opinion, you protect your peace and keep your focus where it belongs, on your own growth. Marcus Aurelius saw this clearly. It never ceases to amaze me. We love ourselves more than anyone else, yet we care more about their opinions than our own. This doesn't mean ignoring all feedback. Constructive criticism helps us improve, but baseless negativity, that doesn't deserve space in your mind. The key is learning to filter what matters. When someone's words sting, pause before reacting. Ask yourself, is this a reflection of truth or just their perception? If there's wisdom in it, use it. If not, let it go. Lao Tzu put it simply, care about what others think, and you will always be their prisoner. Letting go of the need for validation doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It means you stop chaining yourself to opinions that don't serve your growth. The next time someone's words shake your confidence, pause and ask, am I letting this define me, or do I choose to trust what I know about myself? True strength isn't about avoiding criticism, it's about standing firm in your worth despite it. When you stop letting others define you, you create space for authenticity, confidence, and peace. And that is a life no one can take from you. 5. Protect your energy by setting boundaries. Picture this. A friend calls in the middle of your busy day, asking for help with something they could easily handle themselves. Or a coworker dumps a last-minute task on you, assuming you'll say yes. You feel the weight of obligation, but also the frustration of knowing this will disrupt your plans. Why is it so hard to say no? Here's the truth. Protecting your peace requires setting boundaries, and boundaries aren't selfish. They're necessary. Without them, you allow others to dictate your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Saying yes to everyone else often means saying no to yourself. A powerful reminder, you can't pour from an empty cup. If you keep giving without protecting your energy, you'll find yourself burned out, resentful, and disconnected from your own needs. Boundaries safeguard your emotional freedom while strengthening your relationships. When someone oversteps your boundaries, it's not entirely their fault. It's yours for not clearly defining and upholding them. People aren't mind readers. Unless you communicate your limits, they'll continue to push, often without realizing it. Setting boundaries is self-respect, and it also teaches others to respect you. Imagine you're always the go-to person for advice, even late at night. You want to be supportive, but it's draining. Instead of silently resenting it, you could say, I care about you, but I need evenings to recharge. Let's talk tomorrow instead. This response is firm, yet kind, protecting your peace without damaging the relationship. Epictetus reminds us, freedom is the ability to live as we wish. Living freely doesn't mean ignoring others. It means deciding where your energy is best spent. Boundaries let you prioritize what truly matters and ensure you're not giving more than you can handle. The next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, have I communicated my needs clearly? Am I honoring my own limits? Setting boundaries isn't about shutting people out. It's about creating healthier, more balanced relationships. You're not responsible for managing everyone's emotions or fixing their problems. Your primary responsibility is to yourself, your peace, your time, and your well-being. Protect your energy, set your boundaries, and watch how much lighter and more in control you feel. Because when you prioritize yourself, you show up as the best version of you, for yourself and for the world. 6. Detach from the opinions of others. Imagine this. You share an idea you're truly proud of, expecting support, but instead, you're met with criticism or indifference. That sting of disappointment is real. But why does their opinion carry so much weight? The desire for approval is deeply ingrained in us. But relying on external validation is like chasing the wind. You'll never grasp it. Emotional freedom begins the moment you stop letting others define your worth. Everyone sees the world through their own biases and experiences. What someone says about you often reveals more about them than it does about you. When you internalize their words, you hand them control over your emotions. But why let someone else dictate your sense of self? A simple truth. Your worth isn't up for debate. It doesn't rise with praise or fall with criticism. It remains steady, unshaken by external noise. Imagine wearing an outfit you love, and a co-worker says, "That's an interesting choice." You could let their words shake your confidence, or you could remind yourself, "Their opinion is theirs. My joy is mine." When you detach from the need for approval, you free yourself to live authentically. Epictetus put it best. If you wish to improve, be willing to look foolish in the eyes of others. Growth often requires walking a path others don't understand. Seeking approval keeps you trapped, while embracing your own journey, despite judgment, sets you free. The need for constant validation is a self-imposed prison. You cannot control what others think, but you can control whether their thoughts affect you. This doesn't mean ignoring feedback. It means filtering out what doesn't serve you. Constructive criticism helps you grow, but baseless judgment? That burden is theirs, not yours. Think of detaching from opinions like shielding yourself from the weather. The rain may fall, but it doesn't have to soak you. The next time someone's words shake your confidence, pause and ask, "Am I living for them or for myself?" By choosing to detach, you reclaim your freedom, protect your peace, and build a life that's truly yours. Your path is too important to be swayed by fleeting opinions. Walk it with certainty. 7. Respond with silence, not anger. Picture this. You're in a heated argument. Someone says something hurtful, something meant to provoke you. Your heart pounds, your face heats up, and the urge to fire back is almost irresistible. But what if, instead of reacting, you simply said nothing? Silence is one of the most powerful tools you have. It's not about conceding or avoiding conflict. It's about choosing calm over chaos. Responding with silence doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong enough to value your peace over the need to retaliate. There's deep wisdom in this. The less you respond to negativity, the more peaceful your life becomes. Silence speaks volumes. It sends a message. I won't let your behavior control me. Imagine a situation at work where a colleague undermines you in a meeting, trying to make you look bad in front of others. You have two choices: engage in a pointless argument or pause and respond with silence. By staying silent, you deny them the reaction they seek, maintain your composure, and show everyone around you who truly holds the higher ground. Marcus Aurelius put it best. The best answer to anger is silence. Anger seeks fuel to keep burning, and silence starves it. When you refuse to engage, you break the cycle of negativity and protect your emotional well-being. Think of silence as a shield. It deflects the noise without pulling you into the fight. It doesn't ignore the problem. It preserves your energy for the moments when your voice truly matters. How often have you regretted words spoken in anger? Silence removes that regret. It allows you to pause, reflect, and respond with wisdom rather than impulse. And often, silence says more than words ever could. The next time someone tries to provoke you, pause and ask yourself, will responding add value, or will it simply escalate the situation? By choosing silence, you protect your peace, demonstrate strength, and remain in control of your own emotions. Remember, silence isn't the absence of a response. It's the presence of wisdom. It's the ability to rise above the noise and say, "Your words don't control me. My peace does." And that's how you win the battle, without ever raising your voice. 8. Practice gratitude to dissolve anger. Imagine one of those days where everything seems to go wrong. Your plans unravel, someone makes a careless remark, and even the smallest inconveniences feel unbearable. Frustration rises and you think, why does everything have to be so difficult? Now, pause. Instead of focusing on everything that's going wrong, shift your attention to what remains steady. Gratitude has the power to turn anger into calm. It reframes even the worst moments, offering perspective and restoring control. Here's an undeniable truth. You cannot feel grateful and angry at the same time. Gratitude acts as a mental reset, breaking the cycle of negativity and reminding you of the good that persists, even in difficult situations. Take a common example. You're stuck in traffic, running late for an important appointment. You could let impatience take over, or you could pause, take a deep breath, and recognize 3 things you are thankful for. Perhaps the reliability of your car, the opportunity that awaits you, or even just the quiet moment to gather your thoughts. This shift in focus transforms your emotional state instantly. Cicero wrote, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the foundation of all others." It doesn't just neutralize anger, it builds resilience, strengthens patience, and keeps your mind anchored to what truly matters. Consider this. Someone criticizes you unfairly. Your instinct may be to retaliate or let resentment fester. But what if instead you reframed the situation? "I am grateful for the opportunity to strengthen my composure. Their words do not define me, my response does." This mindset doesn't excuse poor behavior, but it keeps you in command of your emotions. Seneca reminds us that misfortune is often a matter of perception. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what endures. It is not about ignoring hardships. It is about choosing to give weight to what fortifies you rather than what depletes you. The next time anger stirs within you, pause and ask, "What remains within my control that I can be grateful for?" You will find that gratitude doesn't merely suppress anger, it replaces it with clarity, resilience, and an unshakable sense of calm. Because peace is not something granted by the world, it is something you create within yourself. 9. Reframe criticism as a tool for growth. Imagine this. You share an idea you're proud of, at work, with friends, or online, only for someone to immediately shoot it down with harsh criticism. Your first instinct? Defensiveness, maybe even anger. It's natural to feel this way when your efforts are met with negativity. But what if you could reframe criticism, not as an attack, but as an opportunity to grow? No matter how it's delivered, criticism holds value if you're willing to look for it. It can reveal blind spots, challenge your thinking, or push you to improve. The moment you shift your perspective, criticism stops being a source of frustration and becomes a tool for self-mastery. Imagine you're preparing a presentation and a colleague points out flaws in your work. You could dismiss them thinking, "They're just trying to undermine me." Or you could pause and ask, "Is there truth in what they're saying? How can I use this feedback to improve?" Choosing the second approach turns what feels like an attack into a stepping stone toward mastery. This doesn't mean all criticism is valid. Some people criticize out of envy, ignorance, or malice. The key is to filter what you hear. Keep what's constructive, discard what's not. Consider a more personal example. A family member criticizes your career or life choices. Instead of arguing, you say, "I hear your concerns. I'll reflect on what you've said." This response shows maturity, prevents unnecessary conflict, and gives you space to evaluate their words without letting them dictate your emotions. Epictetus reminds us, "If someone speaks ill of you, do not defend yourself. Instead, think, if only they knew my other faults, they would have said much more." This wisdom teaches us to not take criticism personally, but to see it as part of growth. The next time someone critiques you, ask yourself, is there something to learn here? Does this reflect more about me or about them? Criticism, when approached with the right mindset, becomes a mirror for self-awareness. It's not always comfortable, but neither is growth. True resilience comes from embracing discomfort. The more you welcome feedback, even when it stings, the stronger, wiser, and more unshakable you become. 10. Master the art of letting go. Imagine gripping a burning coal, waiting for the right moment to throw it at someone who wronged you. But while you wait, who is really getting burned? Anger, grudges, and resentment work the same way. They harm you far more than the person who caused your pain. Real strength isn't in holding on, it's in knowing when to release. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means freeing yourself from the weight of the past and reclaiming your energy for the present. Think about a time when someone betrayed you, judged you unfairly, or spoke unkindly. How much time did you waste replaying that moment? How much energy did you drain imagining revenge? Letting go is the antidote to this endless cycle. It allows you to move forward instead of staying trapped in the past. Imagine a colleague takes credit for your idea at work. You could stew in resentment for days, letting it poison your peace. Or you could let it go, recognizing that your worth isn't tied to one fleeting moment of recognition. By choosing the latter, you protect your focus and your future. Letting go isn't just about releasing anger. It's about shedding perfectionism, fear of failure, and the illusion of control. It's about embracing life as it is, with all its unpredictability, and finding freedom in acceptance. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Do not be disturbed by what's outside your power. Let it go, and you will find peace." This doesn't mean tolerating injustice. It means choosing where to direct your energy. So the next time anger or regret clings to you, ask yourself, is this worth my peace? What would my life look like if I let this go? The answer will lead you to freedom, because the lighter you become, the stronger you truly are. And there you have it. 10 powerful lessons to master your emotions and protect your peace. True strength isn't about suppressing feelings, but choosing how to respond. Pause before reacting, set boundaries, and let go of what you can't control. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs it. And tell me, how do you stay unbothered? Drop a comment below. Emotional mastery is a daily practice. Keep showing up for yourself, stay mindful, and strengthen the unshakable core within you. Until next time, stay calm, stay strong, stay free.